I had been creating content for over 90 days in a row, and there are a few things that I learned and I would definitely want to share with you. So, first of all, content creation is a really great thing. I started this as a hobby and I wanted to improve myself, to get myself out there, become more confident, and I actually did. And this taught me a lot, but there are some things that no one really tells you when you start. So, first of all, most of the people and I myself are doing the content in the wrong way. I'm a perfectionist and it's hard for me to admit that, and I want everything to look great. But the problem with it is that when you want to be great at everything, turns out that you are great at nothing. And this is really hard to get when you start with content creation. Not looking at the side that scripting is hard, learning how to talk in front of a camera is hard, but that thinking that you want to be perfect adds up onto it, and you unconsciously put yourself in this box. And that happened with me, and I want to explain this. So, a few months in, I am consistent with content creation. I try to do that every day with my Instagram Reels. And what happens is that with my perfection and thinking that I need to script good, film good, edit good, I only managed to make about one video per day. When in reality I started to think myself that this approach is wrong. When you look at other successful people and other content creations, what you see is that yes, they are doing one post per day. But they are doing this after they have built all this empire of their content, and they are okay with making just one video per day to nourish their audience. But when you want to start this motivational content, self-improvement content, or any sorts of content, when you start, you are only thinking about how to make just one video per day. And you see where I'm going there. With all this perfectionism and trying to make as best video as you can, you think that one video is okay. But what this does is that the growth that you actually get is really, really small. And I don't know how I have managed through this, but somehow I did, just because of my stubbornness and probably discipline. But if you are someone that is a little bit soft, you won't manage with the content creation. And that is the truth. In reality, to learn all these skills greatly and to become more recognizable and better at speaking at the camera, you need to put out a lots of videos. So what I'm doing now and what I'm trying to change in my content creation is to try not to make one YouTube video per week or make one Instagram reel per day. But what I want to do is to try to film as much as I can. That means it's going to be one YouTube video every single day. You don't need perfect scripts. Like right now, I don't have any script. I just thought of an idea and I instantly tried to recreate it on the camera. And this whole social media bubble of influencers and gurus saying that you need to grind, you need to make $10,000 per month, you need to start content creation, you need to start some business. Like, this is great. But what it makes in your mind is that you start to think about the end result. You can already imagine yourself with all the money, you want to travel like they do, you want to have the cars that they do. But in reality, all we do is we live in our homes, we go to school, we get back home, we pick our phones, we procrastinate, we look at these motivational reels. And if we are a little bit sane, we, let's say, put a video per day. So this programming in your mind that you are doing enough, while it's just an hour or two of work per day, you think that you are doing enough. And this is purely because you have been programmed to trust all these influencers, motivational content, when in reality I bet that almost 99% of these motivational creators will ever reach the same heights as those masters that have started it. For example, you can probably see this yourself on Instagram. You scroll, and you see tons of teenagers just yelling at you that you are not doing enough. They are telling you quotes, but you understand that those quotes even don't hit you with the same dopamine as it used to, because everyone is the same. And you get to understand this as quickly as you can if you really want to make a change and, for example, let's say, start content creation. And I'm talking to you as someone that has already been making content for long enough time, and I'll see all these mistakes that I have done. And it's even 100 times harder for someone that hasn't even started or failed trying. That's why I want to encourage you to do just one thing. And I believe that giving you a step-by-step plan that is quite different from all the influencers will help you in a good way. First thing that I would do is I would forget about the results. Don't set the goals like I did I will have 100,000 followers. Or don't set the goals that you are making $10,000 per month in a year. Truly, it's quite unrealistic, and you can compare these results with the real-life events. You can ask your parents, you can see what teachers make, you can see what other people in their professions make, and it's really a small percentage of people that live off by internet. So while it's definitely possible, it's not very realistic to hope for that results so quickly. So this is the first step. To get away with this mindset, and try to think about the things that you would like to do. If it's content creation, like I did, and I really want to make this my living, you need to firstly make a challenge for yourself. I did a whole calendar of 100 days, 100 videos challenge, and I'm almost done. And before it, I made a challenge to record myself like this. No scripts, no editing, no nothing, for 10 days straight. And if you're someone that is introverted or you're scared of what your family will think, what your friends will think, this is the best approach. Find the best time when you are alone and try to film yourself saying just anything. For me, I started with self-improvement, so I started by talking just about everything that I did, what worked, what didn't work, and what you want to achieve. So if you go about this and let's say in a few weeks' time you manage to film yourself, you manage to get a collection of, let's say, 10 videos of you, you can understand what it feels to be a content creator. And if you are a little bit okay with it, or you are ready to learn more, the next step is start uploading it almost without no edits. And what I mean by that is, if you have a lot of ums and pauses in your videos, well, I do that too, and I cut them all down. So if you have some time, you can definitely cut them down. But what I did wrong is that not only I edited all those ums and downs, but I also tried to add subtitles, I tried to add filters, I tried to edit, I tried to film B-roll. Well, you know, the stuff in the background. And what this did is that I wasted a lot of time while my talking skills in front of the camera weren't upgrading so fast. So we already have 3 things. First of all was to fix your mindset and stop focusing only so much about the result, but think about what you could really achieve and what you want to do. Then, second of all was to set yourself a challenge. So whether it's film yourself every day or just do that for yourself. Just film videos and speak about what you can. Now, the third step, if you choose content creation, is, as we said, to upload yourself and minimize the amount of edits that you do. Just put yourself raw in front of a camera, and after, let's say, you post 10 videos, you will clearly see what people like and what people don't like. And I thought that no one is going to watch me, but in reality there is definitely at least 1 people in the world that will care for you, and you will get really motivated seeing that someone is actually interested in you. So now today I will end this video with the last and 4th step that I did, and that is to journal every single day. If you've been okay with filming, getting some progress in, there is definitely a need to journal every day. Every day I have a very simple 5-minute routine that I have made a whole video about. And this is just, it takes around 2 pages per day, and I write about my day, what I did, what habits I have done, what wrong I did, and what I learned exactly about that. So if you start with content creation, it's very useful to write down everything that you did about content creation. Let's say I found an idea when I was doing this and that. I'm thinking about doing this. And what this does is that we are programmed in such a way that we forget almost 90% of our ideas. But if you can get it all down on a paper, you can then come back, look at it, and it's like you have saved tons of good ideas. So I hope you have a clear understanding of what it really takes to become a content creation, to really take action, and to distance yourself from all this social media bubble. So, I won't going to yell at you that you need to start exactly right now. You have to start to create some business. But I would like to say that you have to invest in your habits. You have to invest in your skills. There is definitely a need to do something fulfilling and great in your life. So pick what you like the most and challenge yourself with your fears. If you want to make this process quicker, we have a great community, top link in the description. And I'll see you tomorrow.